I'm Ashton Addison from EventChain for Investment Pitch Media and FinTech News Network. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Alex Kokhanovskyy, the CEO of DreamTeam.gg. Alex, it's a pleasure to have you on the show today, and it's great to see you.
Thank you, likewise.
Wonderful. Let's talk about DreamTeam. Could you give us an overview of the project and how is it changing the esports and the gaming industry?
Yeah, so just on a very high level, DreamTeam is like a first infrastructure platform for esports and gaming, like solving problems of hundreds of millions of players who wants to find teammates, manage their teams, improve their skills, and earn money. Yeah. So on the one hand, we can say that we are building some sort of the LinkedIn, like a professional network for gamers. Whenever we're uniting and providing them with essential tools, yeah, such as tools for recruitment, team management, and analytics. That's what all gamers want and all gamers need. On the other hand, using blockchain and smart contracts, we are building one-of-a-kind payment gateway, uniting players, teams, tournaments, and sponsors, and ensuring all financial operations between those parties. So if you want to pay out salary from a team to a coach, manager, player, if you want to transfer the players, receive the prize money, sell your sponsorship, advertisement, media rights, or even merchandise or digital memorabilia, you can do everything inside of a DreamTeam.
That sounds great, Alex. And esports is becoming so popular as of recently that are there problems in the industry that you guys are solving, or there just currently isn't a lot of companies that are just providing any kind of solutions at all for the industry?
Yeah, so I've been in the esports industry for past 20 years already. Yeah, so I started 1999, Dark Ages, then built one of the most popular and one of the most successful esports team called Navi. Then built with my partner eSports Holding, the third biggest on the planet that we sold for $100 million in 2018. So I've been through all of the stages of the development of the market. And what I can say, of course, esports is booming, rapidly growing, but it's facing numerous issues. Yeah. First, the steel market is kind of insecure. Yeah, there is a fraud, sometimes non-payment from tournaments, non-payment from sponsors. Sometimes team owners are not fulfilling their obligation towards the players, or sponsors are not paying up what they should to a team or player. So that's the one part. The other one, that's the market is really fragmented. Yeah, there is no entry point. If you're a sponsor, or if you are, I don't know, if you want to buy some utility on this, how you can do it? There is absolutely no gateway. And the last but not least, there is no possibility for a gamer right now to understand a clear and transparent path from novice to amateur to professional. So those three core things are holding kind of the market development at the moment.
That's it. Very interesting. And that sounds like the perfect match for blockchain technology with esports to allow for those payments, have more transparency. And I can see how you guys, are a perfect match for that. So was DreamTeam, when you founded the company, how long have you been working on it, by the way, as well? But were you looking at integrating blockchain technology when you started it at the very beginning, or was this a thought afterwards?
So we started DreamTeam in early 2017, but we launched the product around late 2017. So it was part of the development. Of course, whenever we started, it was a little bit different, and we've been thinking about different concepts. But when we've been introduced to the blockchain technology by one of my partners, it was a really good match, because we can remove a middleman, absolutely, and we can just facilitate the peer-to-peer kind of financial operation between those parties and just get our small fee out of it. And it was a perfect, whenever we don't need to store users' money, we don't need to be responsible for this one. All their relationship are only they can decide everything face-to-face with no third party needed. And then when we said, hey, that's the perfect match, and that's how we can kind of build the first kind of blockchain utility for gamers and for esports enthusiasts.
That's amazing. And how has the traction been so far? What games are you guys supporting, and are you looking at expanding that right now?
So since our launch, we reached 1.5 million users approximately. We have around 1.1 million players and 350 something thousand teams. on the platform already. We supported 3 games at the moment. That's Counter-Strike, League of Legends, Apex Legends, and shortly, I think we're going to launch the biggest game at the moment is Fortnite. I'm going to add it. And of course, during this year, we'll fully integrate tools for team management and some blockchain component, so people can start using crypto and our tokens on the platform.
That's amazing. And you talked a little bit at the beginning about how smart contracts can be used for payment and transparency, but there's also the cryptocurrency aspect of it. Now, is there a DreamTeam coin or token? And if there is, how does that work in the ecosystem as well?
Yeah, so we issued our own token, which will be responsible for all we are using this one for all and any transactions on the platform. So on the one hand, you can use it for one-time services. You can purchase like boosters, some sort of cosmetics. You can get, you can even purchase a premium account using our token. On the other hand, token is used as a fuel for all smart contracts on the platform as well. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the full utility that we're going to add. I think we are starting with some sort of the services in late Q3 or early Q4, but moving forwards. In 2020, we will add already few smart contracts for the payouts.
Mm-hmm. That's great. So the platform is live right now, but there aren't blockchain integrations in it yet. Is that what you're saying?
We did blockchain integration back in the day. Whenever we run, for example, a test smart contract payout for teams to players, as a seller, it was fully on the blockchain. You can see the whole transactions. On the platform, we've been running this one with the test tokens, and 35,000 teams and players used blockchain, used kind of our currency and used the services to pay out. Then we released also on the real network already a boosters, so you can top up your account by paying with tokens. So it's already there. We've been testing, and right now we are moving from a test net to a live net. Shortly, we will launch all these things on the platform.
That sounds wonderful. And in terms of running the business of DreamTeam, is there a revenue model or a business model? And how are you guys creating that sustainable business with your users?
Yeah, of course. So the first layer of monetization is for sure, as we're acting as a SaaS. Yeah, we get the freemium model. So we're charging the subscription. So that's the easiest way to go for gamers whenever they're receiving the majority functions for free, but the core functions are locked under the payment wall. On the other hand, as we get smart contracts, we are running certain. Depending on the contract and depending on the actual transaction, we're charging small fee from 2 to 5%. Out of all and any transaction that will be going through our platform. That's a tier 1 kind of monetization. I think they will bring the majority of the revenue. On the other hand, we still have opportunity to serve advertisement for our users. We get already a couple of requests for consumer data analytics, because we are assembling a lot of data from users, and we can provide this for companies such as Nielsen. Yeah. On the other hand, it's also more a long-term discussion, but there is opportunity to provide data for betting companies who are making all those kind of betting odds and all and whatnot.
That's amazing. Sounds like you guys have quite the diversification, and that's great. And now in terms of your investors and advisors and partners, have you guys made a lot of partnerships or had a lot of investment to grow to this size so far?
Yeah. So after our token sale, we also raised a $5 million seed round from Mangrove Capital. Those guys are early investor in Skype, Wix, Letgo, WalkMe, so they are really experienced in SaaS and unicorns. So we really see the value of this company, what value these guys are adding to our business. And of course, with the partnership, we landed pretty decent partnership on the eSports field and the gaming field in general. We partnered with a few tournaments like ESL, Starloader, with professional teams such as Fnatic, Navy, with D-Market. It's a virtual item marketplace, Xsola, a payment gateway which we can use our tokens. As for advisory board, I think we gathered one of the strongest advisory board in our field, including experts from a different fields, from esports and gaming. Once again, I think it's a combination. It's a one on the one hand, on the other one, that's fintech and banking. So from the esports side, we got Ralph Reichert. He's the CEO and founder of ESL. That's the biggest esports company. We got Sander Di Giovanni. He was CEO and co-founder of MLG. From investments and financial side, we got Salim Nitha. He's a partner at Evolution Media Capital, one of the biggest entertainment funds, and Emmanuel Aidu is director of blockchain and cryptocurrency in one of the leading banks in US.
That sounds like a great list of advisors and partners, and it makes sense because you guys have had such growth so far. Now, as you continue to grow, do you see your new target customers coming from specific geographic regions, or really is it just spread out throughout the world in whichever games are popular?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, the majority of the customers, of course, are coming from the actual audience of the game. Yeah, so right now we get 60% of our users are coming from Europe and US. And since we got going to integrate the crypto, the full crypto component in late Q3, early Q4, I think all users will be introduced to crypto to a certain way. Yes, so they can start ramping up their maybe crypto assets, not only DreamTeam Blockchain, but something else. So I think that's the way how we want to do it is a really good way for gamers to enter the market and to enter the market with ease, I would say that.
Very interesting. And what do you see as one of the biggest challenges moving forward for you guys to grow? Is it customer acquisition, more investment? What are the challenges you may face?
I think the one thing that's at least on my end bother me the most, that's whenever we can accumulate the critical mass of the users, whenever it will be a snowball effect. Mm-hmm. So I think with 1.5 million is not enough. Yeah, we need to hit something like a 4 to 5 million to have a kind of a solid market position, and then I can say, hey, that's the unstoppable project that's will be only scaling up. So I think that's the only one challenge. If we can hit those, we're done.
That sounds great. And with the addition of Fortnite, and that sounds like that would greatly help with that. So best of luck with that, Alex. Now, if there are investors, partners, or gamers that are looking to learn more about DreamTeam, what's the best way to get involved or get in contact with your team?
Yeah, of course, if you want to learn more about the project, you can visit dreamteam.gg. If you want to learn more about our token utility and what other functions that we have, you can go to token.dreamteam.gg. Wonderful.
Alex Kokhanovskyy, CEO of DreamTeam.gg. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
It sounds like you guys are. Yes, sounds like you guys are doing well. See you later.